I found that soybean oil, vegetable oil, any other type of random seed oils caused me pretty severe inflammation. Okay guys, I want to talk a little bit about inflammation and the carnivore diet, also high oxalates and stuff like that, and stuff that I avoid and stuff, the ways that I try to figure out how these things affect me. Because the carnivore diet is the ultimate elimination diet. You're basically taking everything out of the equation. You're only eating meats and fats for a period of a 1 week to a 30-day stretch. Some people do it for their entire life just because they don't like how anything makes them feel, and meats and fats just give them what they need, the nutrients they need to survive. And it's so far, it's just been an incredible journey trying to figure out all this stuff and the stuff that affects me the most. So before I started the carnivore diet or any type of actual eating principle like keto or KetoVore, carnivore type eating practices, I was experiencing a lot of kidney stones. And that was because I was told to eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of uncooked vegetables, by the way. I found out after a period of time that if you don't cook your vegetables or cook your spices, it increases the oxalate levels in those ingredients, and we can also get a side effect which is called inflammation throughout the body. So I was getting kidney stones as a result of all the extra oxalates from the spices I was using. Some of these spices are considered anti-inflammatory, but they have a lot of oxalates in them, which can promote kidney stones, which can be very dangerous for kidney health, kidney function, and stuff like that. Another thing that I found is that if I drink a lot of water, so we're talking about half of my body weight converted into ounces, that's about the approximate amount of water everybody wants to drink per day, regardless of size, weight, height. Just take your weight, whatever your body weight is that day, divide it in half, convert that to ounces. Real simple stuff, guys. And that's where you want to be. So for me, it's about 1 gallon of water a day. When I started this weight loss journey, it was easily 1.5 gallons of water a day. And trust me, if you do this, if you drink at least that much, your kidney function is going to improve. You're going to wash out all that extra stuff that you don't need in there. You're going to feel a whole lot better. Your skin is going to look better too, by the way. So if anybody's having skin issues or anything like that, water. The most important part about water and weight loss also has to do with, if you're not drinking enough water, chances are you are going to start retaining water. You're not going to lose weight. You're actually going to gain weight, or you're going to maintain your current weight as it is, as a general rule. And so far with the carnivore diet, I have found that I have been able to maintain my weight regardless of the amount of calories from meats and fats that I eat throughout the week. So that's a definite positive to the carnivore diet, because especially if you're an overeater, I'm kind of a glutton. So if you set something in front of me, chances are, yeah, I'm gonna eat it. So that's just how I am. It hasn't been until just recently I've actually been able to start cutting back the amount of foods I've eaten throughout the day. I have been eating primarily an OMAD type diet since I'm back to work right now. So that is super helpful. It keeps me out of the kitchen. It keeps me from creating all kinds of just madness, even though it is on the carnivore type plane, which is something that I used to do in the past. But yeah, if you guys are interested in any of this stuff that I talk about here at the channel, I have an entire playlist of how I started losing weight from 435 pounds down to my current weight right now, which is 295 pounds. That's a lot of weight gone. And all that has been done in a little bit over a year, and it's all right there in that playlist, Losing Weight in Alaska. But yeah, let's talk about a little bit more about the inflammatory type products that I try to avoid now. I found that soybean oil, vegetable oil, any other type of random seed oils caused me pretty severe inflammation. So I avoid like all chips and stuff like that, sunflower oil, safflower oil. A lot of those overly processed oils tend to create a lot of inflammation in the body. And when your body's inflamed, your joints ache, your feet hurt, you get arthritis in your hands, you get random hand cramping, you get random leg cramps, you get all kinds of weird type situations from just overly consuming certain type of seed oil foods, deep fried foods especially. Now, if foods were deep fried these days in something like beef tallow, you would have a lot more healthy people walking around, even though they're eating fried foods. But beef tallow is something that most people don't even know about anymore. I didn't know about beef tallow until I started doing the carnivore diet, and people started sharing that information with me. Because now I cook in beef tallow, and I feel a whole lot better as a result of that. When I started all of this, I was cooking a lot of my foods in a, somewhat healthy type oil, which is olive oil. Avocado oil is another one that I use from time to time, but I've kind of weaned away from the olive oil because I found out that if you get olive oil too hot, it actually turns into like a carcinogen. So I try to just avoid that type stuff. I gently use olive oil once in a while now for some basic type cooking, but that's about it. The rest of the time, if I want to sear a steak or I want to get that nice sear on a burger patty, I'll use beef tallow instead because it just seems a whole lot more reliable. Now, something else that also caused me a lot of inflammation and a lot of gut type issues was overconsumption of sugar, especially high fructose corn syrup. Now, for a period of time, I did just get rid of soda pop, the high fructose from the soda, the high fructose that might come along with some alcoholic type mixed drinks at the bar. I don't drink alcohol anymore, so that's not even an equation. I can't really comment on how this diet works while consuming alcohol, although I have heard some pretty negative effects of drinking alcohol and trying to eat a meat-based diet. It kind of confuses everything in the body. The body just doesn't know what to do or how to react to it. So I just stay away from alcohol. I stay away from sugary drinks. I stay away from those crazy morning coffees people like to get at Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, stuff like that. That's super helpful. Avoiding energy drinks too is also incredibly helpful to avoid all kinds of stomach issues, that sugar spike, the sugar crash, the stuff that affects everybody, especially in the morning. I can say my energy levels on the carnivore diet have elevated through the roof. I can reliably wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30, go to work at 5, and I can stay at work without feeling tired or groggy throughout the entire day, and only drinking water while I'm at work for 12 to 14 hours a day on average is my normal work day. And I don't get tired until a couple hours after I get home. So I get home, I eat my OMAD meal, and that's pretty much how I've been doing all of this. So if you guys want to learn more, please subscribe to the channel and check us out. A lot of my content is searchable on Google as well. I do appreciate everybody that comes and watches my video, and as always, guys, I hope to see you in the next one.